the only one meme coin you need this cycle that did 6x from the lows just today. And I was telling you about it 2 months ago. I was telling you about it 3 weeks ago. Did you buy? Did you make money? Did you listen? You did not have to do anything. You did not have to do research. You didn't have to spend countless hours. You didn't have to lose money on it like I did back in the summer. You just had to listen. You had to buy. 6x from the lows, 4x from the lows of yesterday. And it's going to do many x's more. Focus and listen. Welcome back. In this video, we'll go through the only one meme coin that you basically would need this cycle. It's connected to Ethereum, it's connected to PEPE. I was doing a couple of videos on that as well. I basically was doing a full overview in this video here. Feel free to check it out. It's a full overview of my thesis. I will basically just in a very short form repeat it in this video as well. The token that I'm talking about is BOBO. Basically did a 4x from the lows of yesterday. Right now it's on correction because people are taking profits. But this is a usual thing with meme coins because no one wants to hold. It's a short-term thing. Take your profits. Don't be stupid. I'm going to be stupid. I'm going to sit here and wait until I'm going to have 7 million from my $35,000 invested into this token. That's what I am going to do. And right now, I'm going to explain why I have this type of conviction in terms of this project. I'm chilling, hating on me, chilling the crap project, just like everyone else, scamming you into retirement, right? So we obviously have PEPE, which is still kind of a king of memes, right? Because everyone everywhere is using PEPE, like no one is using BONK. And even the fact that the market cap of BONK is larger, things like that, it's inflated market cap. It's not real, right? Because the amount of liquidity that it's in PEPE is either the same or basically very similar to the amount of liquidity that's in BONK. It just means that with BONK, the founders, they just have more liquidity. So they have like fully diluted valuation larger, so they would be dumping the tokens on the current holders of token as well. This is not something that we basically have with PEPE. PEPE, everything is very straightforward. All the liquidity is in the market already. Team has some, but they're basically spending it on Binance events like certain type of promotions and things like that. So very straightforward to understand. I believe that PEPE is an ultimate Ethereum meme coin play. If you want to have exposure to Ethereum ecosystem, but you don't want to buy ETH because it's like 300 billion market cap, you're buying PEPE. There were even rumors that Alex Becker was essentially packing some of his gaming profits into PEPE. And a bunch of influencers, bunch of OGs in the space, they're buying into PEPE. Virtual Bacon, Kyle Chase, Peter from House of Crypto as well. They are all bullish on PEPE. This thing will run because once it will run, they will start to talk about it as well because they're pumping their own backs. And as influencers, in order to be relevant, you need to talk about something that is pumping right now. Because if you're not talking about something that is pumping right now, people are going to watch someone else who is going to talk about it, right? We basically see PEPE at 500 million at this stage, and it was as low as I think even 280 million. So it almost did a 2x from the lows. It already actually had done a 2x because the lows were like what 5, 6 I just saw, right? Just crazy. So it did 2x. PEPE did a 2x from the lows as well. Why I'm talking to you about BOBO? What is this BOBO thing and why it's important and relevant? BOBO is also a meme coin. And it's also widely used meme on the marketplace. Let me ask you a question. Do you know ERC 404s? This crazy thing that just pumped recently is doing very well. Everyone is just crazy about. And same thing basically launched on Solana. And same thing in Solana surged like crazy. Let us check. Let us see what type of NFTs these guys on Solana are actually using. Let's take a look for a second. I just want to show you something, right? Guys, do you see what I see? Or am I just blind? What is happening? I don't understand. 260 Sol full price? That's like how much? That's $26,000 for one of these NFTs? And all of these NFTs, they have the pictures of BOBO? What is happening? Like, why? It's just like a 6 million market cap coin. Like it's meme no one knows about. They just have a very small amount of followers on Twitter. No one is reposting the videos. We're going to zero. I will lose money on this thing, right? What is happening? Just crazy. ERC 404 implementation on Solana, the largest one of them, is using BOBO on their NFTs, profile pictures. Do you understand what is happening? And BOBO on Ethereum, which is this token in the first place, is basically the original OG token that was pumping to $30 million market cap right here. If you would compare it, just a very, very small pump. And it moves exactly like PEPE. The only thing is that it outperforms PEPE each and every time. PEPE did a 2x from the lows, BOBO did 7x. Right? Why are you not yet in this token? I don't understand. If you would ask me whether or not to buy this thing, it's up to you, because we had a great correction from the highs, because I think highs, they were at 12 and 5, somewhere around that. Right now we're at 8.5. So we corrected at about 30 to 40%, because people, they don't understand what is happening with this meme. They don't understand that it's a next 200x opportunity. They don't understand that I will be holding this thing till my $35,000. I believe I'm like top 20, top 10 holders of BOBO at this stage. I will be holding this thing till my $35,000, and this thing will turn into 7 million. 200x from here. That would put us at around 1 billion market cap. Obviously, it's only possible if PEPE would reach somewhere around 10 billion plus. Can it do that? Of course it can. It's the main meme that's being used on the web for the last 15 to 20 years. Every normie know about this meme. Friends of mine that are not in crypto, that are software engineers, they have this meme as their profile pictures. Do you understand what is happening? PEPE will be launched on Coinbase. Recently, Coinbase added an article information about PEPE. These things, they are not happening just to happen. It's a wave that's coming. And BOBO is still 6 million market cap. Only 6 million market. It's just crazy to me. Just crazy to me how many people are fading, and guys that are taking profits from this like 0.00030 level. Oh, like we're in the bear market, take the profits. Don't be stupid. Like they don't understand the whole picture. I understand it because I was in this thing in the summer, because I have insights from the team. I understand the narrative. I understand I'm probably one of the best people you can ask about all this narrative with PEPE, BOBO, MUMU, and SNIBBU. I've been in these things. I know exactly what's happening. I know it's a blue chip meme. I know it's going to hundreds of millions at least from these levels. Probably not in the current pump. Probably we will see some dips as well, but I'm just holding till the peak of the bull market. PEPE will surge, this thing will surge as well, and this thing will outperform PEPE each and every time. And the great thing about all this narrative is because you have other characters. You have other characters in the line, so you can put your funds in PEPE, make some profits in PEPE, then put these profits into BOBO, right? If you would check the chart. Guys, just look at these charts. Just understand how similar they are. Pump here, pump a bit here, consolidation, and then you basically see small pump from here, right? Why do we have this small pump? Because we have this small pump on PEPE. Do you understand what is happening? Do you understand that it's an ultimate opportunity where you can put your money on something that moves way on the higher percentages than PEPE, but it moves exactly the same. And a very important thing for us to figure out, is there a delay? Is PEPE moving first and then BOBO only follows? Because if there is a delay, what we can do, we can put our money in PEPE, wait for it to pump, and right away just transfer the funds into BOBO and catch the second pump right away. And it's not only about BOBO, because there are other two memes in the same blue chip narratives that should be moving exactly the same. So let's see, we had this pump 14th of February, my time, it basically went from 1:15 p.m. to 2:30, right? We had this pump on PEPE, which basically resulted, it's only a 10% move. So, but it's still, let's just check this pump, right? So it was from 1:15 to 2 on 14th of February. Let's see what BOBO was doing in this time. Here is this time, right? Just understand how easy it is to make money in this market right now. Just understand what is happening. What was happening with BOBO at the time of that pump. It was basically 4x down from the highs of today, right? And it only surged up after 12 hours. So someone who made money on PEPE through all this time, and even someone who basically made money through the lows of 0.06 on PEPE to the highs of 12, so he did a 2x on PEPE, he had a bunch of time to put his money into BOBO and catch pump on BOBO. Do you understand what is happening? Do you understand the type of opportunity that is presented to you that I was talking about previously? I know what I'm talking. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy at all. I'm not shilling you some garbage. It's blue cheap meme coin on Ethereum. Let's check. What do I mean by saying that there are two other characters and how you can transfer your BOBO profits into these two characters to capitalize and multiply on them as well. You see Pepe in the car, BOBO on the back seat. Here is MUMU, here is SNIBBU. SNIBBU, BOBO, MUMU, Pepe, right? This is essentially a post from SNIBBU account, very, very old one. This is the post from Pentoshi from 2021. Bears and bulls, we go on the journey of the crab together. We will be united. The future holds no up and no down. We will no longer dislike each other, but only dislike the crab. Basically, crab signalizes the crab market, and the market is going sideways for 80% of the time. BOBO is the bear, so obviously it signalizes when the market is going down. MUMU is the bull, so you can do the whole understanding of connection of the narratives and senses by yourself, right? And Pepe is the ultimate meme coin. This is the post from 2021. There were no tokens like SNIBBU, like BOBO. There were some tokens like that, but it was a different version. It was before the success of Pepe, because I can tell you a secret, right? There were a bunch of Pepes that were launched during different cycles. This Pepe, the current one, is the Pepe coin, is the Pepe of this cycle. That is already on Binance, that is already going to be listed on Coinbase, that's just going to do so large numbers in the upcoming bull. It's just crazy to me. So again, we see Pepe, BOBO, MUMU, and SNIBBU. The gang is cooking. MUMU, BOBO, SNIBBU, Pepe. Pepe, BOBO, MUMU, and SNIBBU right here, the small one. The two characters that are also blue chips, that are also in these narratives, are MUMU and SNIBBU. And what you will be able to do once a bit more people would know a bit more information about MUMU and SNIBBU, you would be able to put your money into Pepe, catch the pump, shift your funds into BOBO, catch the pump, shift the profits into MUMU, catch the pump, and shift your profits into SNIBBU and catch the pump as well. And these are 4 coins of the same narrative. Do you understand how crazy it is? And they're also behaving in the same way. They only search when Pepe search, and the smaller the market cap of the token, the larger they would essentially search percentage-wise, and they would also have a delay. Because with BOBO search, we had at least 1 day from the recent pump of Pepe, but despite that fact, essentially, Pepe was surging up for a long time already, and BOBO was not pumping like crazy. Do you understand what is happening on the marketplace currently? It's an ultimate Ethereum meme coin play. And I'm not telling you to buy MUMU and SNIBBU. I think SNIBBU is like 150k market cap. It's very degen at this stage. Like another SNIBBU coin can just pop up tomorrow and it will take all the liquidity. They would have essentially funds for marketing, things like that. But the connection between Pepe and BOBO, the fact that there are similar people, same type of people behind these teams as well, the insights that I essentially have and know from my end, it's just crazy to me. I think it's a great opportunity. We just had this 40% correction from the highs. I do think that we are going up because we still have 2 to 3 weeks of the alt season. So I do think that we will still be going up. And I think it's an ultimate degen play on Ethereum. If you don't want to buy ETH, but you want essentially capitalize on the opportunity of Ethereum entering the trade of Ethereum ETF, and people speculating on this trade, right? Whether or not it's going to be approved or not. BOBO is your degen opportunity. If you're not a degen, you can go into Pepe essentially as well. It almost has no space to go down at this stage. 5 million market cap for BOBO. I think just yesterday they had 1.6k subscribers on their Twitter, right? Right now they have 9,000 subscribers on their Twitter already. And I think it's just going to go up. I think it will just run like crazy just because of the narrative. And it's quite interesting because when I was creating my video about my portfolio like 2 months ago, it was the first video on this channel, I already mentioned that I think that BOBO is going to be the highest performing token in my portfolio. And I do think so. And I was sitting through these dips I saw, and yeah, the main issue that I have is that I didn't DCA in on the dip because I could have bought, but I did not buy. And especially with the insights that I had about the team and about this whole thing, so, and me knowing the narrative, and even I didn't buy. Just crazy to me what the market and what psychology can basically do to you as well. So guys, not pushing you into anything, I just wanted to share my opinion. I would say it's a short overview of the whole thing. If you would check out the video right there, I'm essentially providing there like a full overview, a full logical sequence that you can follow on how I think you can capitalize with the Ethereum trade closer to the May of this year, which is basically in 4 months from now. Thank you very much for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you like the content. It's crazy things are happening. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.